I feel like now in life, I'm focusing more on living in the now, which is good because I'm always thinking 10 steps ahead or into the future or what's going to happen. And then I get depressed because I think about what's going to happen and the possibilities, even though it hasn't happened yet. And that's been stressing me out. So I can't do that anymore. But let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Nia. This is Nia Talk with Nia. We talk about it. I just talk. I talk a lot. I yap. Like, comment, subscribe. Be respectful in the comments. That's all I ask. So basically, I'm moving. I don't know where. My new career will just place me anywhere. I don't know. I have training to do, and yes, I love my hair, y'all. I love my hair. Um, I've just been living in my apartment. I know that sounds weird because obviously I'm living in my apartment, but lately I've really been soaking in every single thing of my apartment, my bed, the closets, the TVs we have, the kitchen. I've just been cherishing everything now because it's going to be gone. I will soon have no apartment. I don't even know if I can really say even a place. Like, I will just be out on my own for real, for real. And that's scary. That's definitely really scary, but I'm at a point in my life where I know I have to make a change, and it's gonna be lonely if I make it lonely. It's gonna be fun if I make it fun. It's gonna be sad if I make it sad. It's gonna be happy if I make it happy. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I just want to really focus on being happy with the now. I feel like we don't focus on that enough. And me, like, I'm just changing to realize to focus on the now. Like, this is what's in front of me. Isn't it happy? Like, like, I'm here, I'm in my apartment. Now that I'm moving out and I'm packing, and it's starting to get really real. And that's something too. Like, if you're, you just left college, you got an apartment, and now all of a sudden things are changing and you're switching, that's just scary. I don't have the typical, oh, I found a partner and we're gonna go buy a home and have a child and do this and that and get all that tax money. No, that's not me. I'm doing myself before I even think about having a child. I am not, that's not happening anytime soon. Your girl is on birth control and celibate. We're doing good. But I just think about it how that's non-traditional, and it is a difficult route. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it because you're doing it on your own. You're doing what you want, right? Um, and that's important. That's very important. It may feel weird and lonely and this and that, and lonely in the sense of, like, you're gonna have to do new things and meet new people. You're switching your career. That's going to happen. I'm always meeting people, so that's not the problem. But I'm in a space now where, yes, I'm open to having new friends, but I'm really focusing on me. I really am taking a second to be like, okay, what does Nia want to do? Where does she want to go? Will she end up there? Maybe not. I don't know. So that's another thing. Like, that's why I always reel back to now, just being thankful for what I have. I feel like I just get so upset about the rent price. I get so upset about everything. And I've been talking about my rent for about probably 6 months now, and I'm still in the apartment. Back rent and everything, still here. The lease is going to be up soon. So it's kind of like you just stress yourself out for nothing every single day because in society, people are telling you you're not doing the right thing. You should be rich by now. You should be making 6 figures. You should have this job. There's so much stuff that, like, people try to make you feel you need to do. And there's terrible, awful people here, even on YouTube, that will try to they will write a whole paragraph about how you need to do this for your life and this and that. Don't listen to them. I always make sure I hide them because I don't want that to be put into y'all system. But there's people that don't even have a pot to, let me say sin. I'm gonna try not to curse or say things, but have every right for some reason to tell you how to live your life, which is really weird. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Just being happy with what I have. Like, literally, I've been looking around, like, at the mirror, my bed, my TV, all these little baskets I have around the room, my art, and I'm so happy and grateful for them and cherishing them before I leave for my new job, one. And then two, when I come back from my new job, I will be placed somewhere random, I don't know. And being okay with that was scary. I literally spent about an hour or two today looking up different, like, places and rent and Airbnbs and this, and just, like, a little bit, like, driving myself crazy a little bit. And then I realized, just go with the flow. It's just not worth it. I was getting to a point where every single place I looked, I was like, this, either way, it's expensive. Everything's expensive. When you're doing things on your own, it's going to be expensive. I don't have mommy and daddy's help. I don't have cousin, uncle, grandma. It's just me. I always say I regret going to college, even though I know I shouldn't. I shouldn't. But I definitely understand that feeling of I wish I waited. And I might make a video about that too. I always say I wish instead of just saying like, okay, now's your chance. You're doing this. Be happy. Live in the moment. I have to really work on living in the moment. Living in the moment doesn't mean make bad choices. Some people get confused with that and they start making bad choices. That's not what I'm saying you should do. It's just more so just be happy about where you're at right now. Like, I've been working on my stress as well. I get stressed out easily, and if I want to have a baby, I can't be getting stressed out like this. So, once again, that's not happening no time soon, but I'm just saying, I can't even, I wouldn't be able to get to that point if I'm this stressed now. So, I've been kind of channeling this inner, like, happiness of just thinking about what I have right now. And then also, because I watched White Lotus, the new one, there was a scene where they were doing the whole meditation thing, and the guide was just basically telling him to take yourself back to a place where you were not stressed. And she said it could be childhood, it doesn't matter. And just think about that place and just close your eyes and live there for a second. And that's what I've been doing. Now, when I feel myself getting stressed, which is, I get stressed because society sucks. As y'all know. But that's why I come on here. I get stressed because society sucks. I get stressed because of work. I get stressed because of money. I would say out of all of those things, money is the biggest stressor. I'm not a person where I just beat myself up like, oh, you don't have money, you're poor, this and that. No, I pay bills and I have to eat and I'm trying to just survive here. I'm cool with that. But it's more about I get frustrated that it just comes and goes. And at this point, I should just understand that that's a thing and get over it. You got to get over it. If you let money stress you out, you're not going to be able to reach 50. There's no way I would be able to reach the age of 50 if I let money stress me out the way that it will, because I have college debt. It's just, no. I cannot let that stress me out. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's going to be, there's nothing you can do about that. If you don't have the means to pay for it now, then it's going to be there. Oh, your credit's run, whatever. I don't care. Like, America does this thing where they want to punish you in a way and make you feel that you're not going to get anywhere. Meanwhile, they also pushed you to go to college. But that's a whole nother story for a whole other episode. But this is what I mean by just being happy and living in the now. I don't have to pay them right now, which is good. And I should be okay with that. I might have to pay them in maybe a couple months or so, but I don't have to pay it right now. So I shouldn't stress about it, even though I do. And I also, for me, feel that I should not have to pay those loans back. I don't. Unlike most things, like when it comes to vacations or anything like that, and I had a credit card or whatever, fine. I'm with those. But when it comes to college education, when it comes to education, having to even pay for that is ridiculous at this point. It really is. And that's how I feel about it. I feel like the wrong people always get the scholarships. I feel like the worst people always get scholarships, and that's just the way the world works. It is. You're going to have somebody in my comments, I'm telling you now, well, I got a nursing scholarship for, like, shut up. Just shut up. Don't even click out the video. Like, I don't have time to hear your hypnotized ass on my channel. I just don't. Click out. You're gonna get a lot of that. You're gonna get a lot of that. People who feel that they're special, people who feel that they're super smart, and it's just like you got lucky. You got lucky. You fit the criteria for whatever the donor wanted to donate to, which is most likely someone that resembles themselves, whatever they went through, their background. Completely, I get it, but a lot of people hold the standards of these scholarships to, like, the requirements to such a T of what they want that they will gladfully take a terrible person over a good person that is falling outside of that criteria that they wanted. for the person to get the scholarship. And that's sad to me. But anyways, that's college, that's stuff like that. So yeah, I've definitely been working on it. It's really hard, especially when I think about the future and how uncertain it is. This is the this is something very, very different. I'm usually like a person that plans everything out. This is not really planned. This is just I'm thankful to have an opportunity. This is this isn't new because I love opportunities, but this is just more so my mindset. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna be my best, but I'm also gonna make sure I remain myself. As in, even on here, I will not be making content about my job. I don't like that. I don't. It's just not my thing. A lot of people get on YouTube, and the reason why they're on it is because they got this job. You could be a nurse, flight attendant, teacher, whatever, and all of a sudden that is their whole effing personality, and that disgusts me. I don't like it. This is my channel. I did this, not that company. I did this. I'm not going to mooch off of a company and a job that they gave me instead of being myself and coming on here and doing my own thing and making it myself. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care, whatever. And that too, I need to understand that where I'm at is perfectly fine. I think that's another thing we forget, that where you're at is perfectly fine. You may not have all the money that you want. You may not have all the friends that you want. You may not have all the trips that you want. You may not have that apartment you want. You may not have, I don't know, that relationship with your parents that you want. But just be thankful you have something now. Some type of communication, hopefully. But just be thankful for what you have now. And I am so thankful for my subscribers now. I think I get frustrated a lot with analytics, and I need to work on that, because before, when I didn't understand them and I didn't know about them and I didn't do research into my own analytics, I didn't care. And now I care because I see why things are the way they are and why I am not reaching as big of an audience as I would like in a specific audience. But that's also out of my control. I still have to remain myself. I will make a video about this, but the internet is boy based. It is 80 something percent men on here. It doesn't matter if you're cute or not. It doesn't matter if you dress like a nun or you dress like you're on Baywatch. It does not matter. Men will do the men thing, and they will get on here and watch you for hours and then say something terrible about your content because they know that you will never date them. So this is what I mean with the whole society thing. It's like, I don't care about y'all, but man, y'all are annoying. Because I'm trying to reach greater. I'm trying to reach better than like people that just want to watch me just to watch me. I am literally trying to reach Black women that are going through things that I've went through, or thinking about changing careers, this and that, or thinking about dropping out of college. I didn't drop out of college, but I can literally tell you, I encourage it. If you feel for yourself, you need a break, you need a change, you need to take a step back, you want to go in a different direction, do it. It's the same thing like divorce. I think college and marriage are exactly the same. You're committing to something, right? A marriage, you're committing to someone, but college, you're committing to something. And when that thing is not working for you and you know it's not, but you still stick around because people are telling you, stay in it for the kids, stay in it for this, for the church, stay in it for the parents, the grandparents, it just eats you up inside. And then by the time you're done and those kids have graduated, you are looking at somebody or something that you hate, right? Which is that school. I looked at New Paltz and I was like, oh my gosh, I just wish I divorced you. I wish I divorced you. Like, why did I stay? I stayed because I knew I could do it. I stayed because I wanted my degrees, but I am able to say I wish I could go back in time and cut 2 years off and just do one degree, which would be the BFA in fine arts and not the education. Do I have a broader mindset and understanding of education, and do I wish to go into education in the future? Absolutely. But that could have waited. That could have waited because I did not have the money, like many other students in education, at all. I did not have a parent pay for my tuition. I did not have a parent that was a teacher. I didn't have that. But still, through that adversity, I still, came out on top. But with the debt that I have, I just feel like it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. I just went to a very, very, very bad school. The program, fine arts department was fine. The art education department was bad and it was crumbling. And a lot of departments are crumbling, but that's a whole other situation. So that's another thing. Stop going back to the past. I go back to the past and I just get so frustrated and I forget about my present. I forget about, my bed, my artwork, my perfumes and stuff that I love, like everything that I cherish. Like just cherish every little thing that you have now because it can be taken away from you in a second, which technically it is. I don't know. I might put myself in storage, but it could be taken away from you in a second. I don't have a home to really go to. Like most people, they can go back to their parents' home and drop stuff off. That's not really my situation at all. So, and it's nothing bad, but it's just, if your parents moving, it's just, I don't really have that. So, with that being said, I think that a lot of people need to stop telling other people you should go to college because of this and that, but they don't know their financial or family background or if anyone in their family has gone to college either. Not to discourage you if you're a first generation college student, hey, but I think we really need to take a step back and look at someone's situation and see if they are very nervous, if they are like regretting it, or if they say, you know them and okay, this ain't for you, as in the lifestyle and as in the debt is not worth it. You could be doing something better. Tell them that. That's a-okay. And that's the audience I want to reach too. Like if you're a college student, I don't care how old you are, if you're 50, 60, 70, if you're 19, whatever, like if you are thinking about going and continuing your education, these are things to think about and be okay with thinking about it. Don't listen to people that put you down for it. Just don't. And they have so much stuff to say. They get on here on YouTube but still won't show their face or make one video. It just doesn't make sense. Like I don't listen to nobody that don't. You don't make no videos, and if you do make videos if they make no sense, I'm still not listening to you. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about. What else is there? I'm trying to focus on like the now. This is just a casual talk. It's hard. Sorry, I like stutter. It's hard to focus on what you have right now. I'm thankful for everything, and I feel like I'm losing it in a weird way because I'm switching careers. I'm moving to somewhere I don't know. This is unexpected. It's kind of like the military. It's not, but it is my new career. I don't really have a home or a place to call home. My best friend does, and she always welcomes me, but it's definitely a lot when you're on your own and when you're also not doing terrible things to other people to make money. A lot of people want you to do that. A lot of people have done that. It doesn't feel good for me, so I don't do it. As it could put 100K in my hands right now, and I still refuse to do OF. I still refuse to scam people. I still refuse to be with a man that is DV written all over his forehead. I just refuse. No amount of money can damage my peace. I have had so many different things happen, and not terrible, but just learning people, like, because I'm so kind and nice, but learning people and how their trauma is so bad that they will mess you up or try to mess you up. It's scary. And what I take from that is I learn about them and I learn about others and I avoid them. I warn others about this type of person. You're going to run into them, what to do, how to avoid them, how to be better, how to distance yourself, because it's just not worth it. It's not worth your life either. You don't know what could happen to you. So that's definitely another thing to think about. I think I'm approaching a lonely era, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Like I want to be alone and I'm okay with being alone because I was texting people or am and quite annoying. They're not terrible people, but I just don't have time to get to know anybody when it's just like you're pulling teeth with certain people. And they're not bad. They're not bad people, but it's like I have so many things to do, training, career switch, moving, and you want to talk about like what, like I don't know, what's my favorite color, like I just, it's it's just like okay, and that's not even a bad question, it's really not, it's cute, but it's just like I don't have the mental capacity or patience, I think, right now. Um, I think I'm in my prime today, but I do think it's best for me to just chill out because honestly, I've dated so much last year that I feel like I prepared myself to be in a lonely era, like in a good way. I know what I want. I know what I like. I know how I like it. I know when I like it. I know everything because I experimented, I dated, I talked to people, figured things out, figured out what I like, figured out who I like. And that took about a year, even with good and bad. That took about a year. And now I'm at the point where I'm solidified in myself because I'm aware and I know what I like. Before, I don't think I really knew what I like. I wasn't introduced to too many things besides going to college and people with a college mindset, and that's it. Like, which is cool. That's not bad, but I didn't really get different perspectives while I was there. So that's definitely another thing. Being exposed to different people. Like when you're in college, oh my god, it's like everybody on the same page. Don't nobody want to have no kids. Ain't nobody like trying to buy a house right now. You know, it's like we all on the same page, same level. But then you date people outside of college, and it's like, what? You got kids? You got baby mama drama? You got this? You got parole? You got the what? And it's in the black community specifically. I'm like, wait, what? What? And some of these things are out of their control. There's a lot of socioeconomic issues here, but for the ones that it really is in their control, shame on you. But these are the men, like, we're dating and we have to get to know them. We are trying to get to know them, and then you get to know them and you're like, oh, I don't want to stay around that. So there's that as well. Like, I feel like you're just open more to a bigger pool of people with bigger problems than going to college. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. When you're in college, you're in this very happy bubble. You're in this zone. You're like, after this, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a tech CEO. Like, you're picturing it. And then after you graduate, that could happen. But if it doesn't happen, then you're just like, well, shit. What the heck? It's kind of like one of those moments, but we'll talk about. I feel like I talked about college too much. To end this video, I want to say definitely have a good night, but I want to talk about how you need to eliminate whatever's causing you stress. It doesn't matter if you eliminate it slowly, like if that's the option you have to take, but just eliminate it. Just get rid of it. For me, money causes me a lot of stress. Do I want to get rid of money? No. But what I will get rid of is thinking about it. Thinking about it. I could have 100K in my bank account and I still would be the most stressed. I would be more stressed. Like, just think about it. I will be more stressed to want to navigate how to deal with those finances and what to do with them and how to invest them in myself. But, like, that's stressful in itself. So it doesn't matter if I have a lot or a little. I just always get stressed about it. So what I do to cope with that is I just don't think about it. Is there? It's not. I always figured it out. I'm 27. I've figured it out for 27 years, or not 27. Let's put like maybe about 19, 18 years or so. I figured it out. You're gonna figure it out. Just go with the flow a little bit more. And that's what I'm learning, because I'm not a go with the flow person. I plan things. I like courting, this, that. I'm starting to go with the flow more, and it's not painful, but it's scary. And yeah, I love change, but I don't like unknown change. Like, I don't like, oh yeah, you're experiencing change, you will experience change, but you don't know what's gonna happen to you. I'm like, okay. And it's not like bad things are gonna happen, it's just gonna be different. And for me, it's going to be different living environment, way different. I'm in New York, so I am in such a boiling, like, well, boiling pot. Well, that's America, but I'm in such a, like, a center, like, an epicenter. Like, I am in such a hub. And the fact that I'm moving out of New York and trying to figure it out, but at the same time don't know, it's like in the air of where I'm going to go. That's scary. That's scary. I'm a black woman. I'm single. I'm on birth control. I got ADHD. Like, your girl brain be thinking. So that's just something I do. And the place I take myself to in my mind when I You know, I'm trying to navigate stress. The place and time where I was less stressed. I think of community college, but I also think of my high school years in the summer of just being home or working at McDonald's, working at Bath and Body Works, working at White House Black Market, working retail jobs, working fast food, and going home to garden and just water my plants. Like watering my plants and seeing them grow every single day, or watering them and then checking it back in on them on like 3 or 2 days later, just to see like how big they really got, or even a week sometimes, but that's pushing it. Because here in New York, in Long Island, it's not as dry, so it retains moisture a lot into the ground, so you don't really need to water too much. Um, that was a good moment. I had no worries. All I did was wake up and think about my plants, like every single day. It was like my babies. Like I just thought about my garden. That's it. Whether I ate what was in it or not, like I had green beans, vegetables, onions, I had irises, I had mint, which went crazy, and I learned not to plant mint. I had sunflowers, I had tomatoes. Every single day I had to figure out, like little old me, I had to figure out how to get like animals to not eat my stuff, which were deers. So I made like a makeshift fence, and I used like poles from something. I don't know where I got this. I found stuff on the side of the road. I was crazy. And I made like a little makeshift like thing from outside. It was crazy, like a little fence. I could probably put it on here. I don't know. But yeah, that was a time where I was just genuinely like happy as F. Like I didn't think about nothing else. I didn't care about boys. I didn't care about women. I didn't care about where I had to live because it was my mom's home. So I didn't care about nothing. And that's kind of where I just take myself mentally. I'm not there now, but I just mentally take myself there just to calm myself down, or to organize, or to just regroup. That's where you got to take yourself. Well, that's where I take myself. But anyways, I'm going to end this, and this was a good chat. It was all over the place. Y'all know I yap, but bye, y'all.